Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Potted Plant Entertainment. My name is Chris, and in case you don't know, I review movies and I rank them on a scale of 0 to 100 in increments of 5. Today, we are going to be wrapping up our Mission Impossible series review with Mission Impossible Fallout. Mission Impossible Fallout stars Tom Cruise, Henry Cavill, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, Sean Harris, Angela Bassett, Vanessa Kirby, Michelle Monaghan, and Alec Baldwin. It was directed by Christopher McQuarrie and was produced by David Ellison, Dana Goldberg, and Don Granger, and it was released in 2018. And in this movie, on a dangerous assignment to recover stolen plutonium, Ethan Hunt chooses to save his team over completing the mission, allowing nuclear weapons to fall into the hands of a deadly network of highly skilled operatives intent on destroying civilization. Now, with the world at risk, Ethan and his IMF team, with Simon Pegg, Ving Rhames, and Rebecca Ferguson, are forced to become reluctant partners with a hard-hitting CIA agent in Henry Cavill as they race against time to stop the nuclear fallout. And this one sees the return of the villain from Rogue Nation. So it's got the same villain in it, and which is a good thing because the villain in that one was pretty great. And now he's back. And he's out for revenge on Ethan, and they failed the first, because he got caught, and now he's back, and now he's like, okay, we're gonna like really hit hard here. This is the best movie in the Mission Impossible series. Most would agree, and I would agree as well. So let's get into my pros with it. Well, actually, before I do, I would like to say this movie actually almost wasn't made, and thank God it was made, but it actually almost wasn't made because they didn't think they would be able to top Rogue Nation. I mean, in the opening scene when Tom Cruise is holding onto the airplane as it's lifting off and it's going, they didn't think they would be able to top stuff like that. And even though I don't know if they necessarily topped that scene in particular, they definitely topped that movie. So let's get into my pros with it. The action is great. Great action. The suspense is fantastic. The characters are all great and likable. The story is very smart. Cruise and Pegg, they still have that great chemistry with each other. It's got some good humor. It's got great surprises. The stunts are amazing with Tom Cruise. And, it's funny that he does his own stunts because in the scene where he jumps, I'm sure you already heard about this, but in the scene where he jumps from one rooftop to the other, and he like catches, he doesn't actually make it. He grabs hold of the other side, he busted up his foot against the wall, and so they had to stop production for several weeks for his foot to heal. But they actually use that shot in the movie because when he gets up and he pulls himself up on the roof and he starts to run, you can see him limping. It's because he hurt himself, but they used that shot where he hurt himself in the film. But the stunts are fantastic. There was a great scene where Ethan is like, I am the storm. He steps into the light, and it's like, and the guy says to him, he says, and the warrior whispers back, and he steps into the light, you see his face, and he's like, I am the storm. It's so great. I love the scene where he's connecting with this female cop that got shot somewhere in her torso. He's having a heart-to-heart with her. It's a very sweet moment. The cinematography in this movie is great. The fight scene at the end of the movie is great. Tom Cruise does some great running in this movie because, Tom Cruise loves to run his movie. In his movies, the running is fantastic. And this, just like, a typical Tom Cruise action movie, the stuff in it is real. He's driving a motorcycle against traffic in this movie, and it's real. He flies a helicopter at the end of this movie, and he learned how to fly a helicopter just so he could film it. And you can tell it's real because you can tell when the camera's mounted on the side of the helicopter. So great. The scenery in this movie is beautiful. It's got such great cinematography. I also like, it's not my favorite rendition of the Mission Impossible theme, but I do like this version of the Mission Impossible theme because it takes a very dark turn on it. Very, very cool. Gosh, man. This movie is so good. This is one of the only two movies I've gone to see in theaters twice. I went to see Star Wars Episode 7 in theaters twice, and then a few years later, I went to see this in theaters twice because I could not wait to see it again for when it came out on DVD. Gosh, man, this movie is so perfect. And Tom Cruise, I love the fact that he does his own stunts and the things that in his movies are real. I love that because it shows that he genuinely cares about his movies, and he genuinely cares about the audience. You know, he really appreciates the art of filmmaking, and Tom Cruise is an artist. And I've never met him before, but if I ever did, I would really just want to shake his hand and say thank you, because this is the way that movies should be made. He learned how to fly a helicopter for this movie. I mean, this, oh man, really. I know that he's kind of controversial because of the whole Scientology thing, but if I ever met him, I would really just want to say thank you, because this is how movies should be made. And this is the ideal action movie. It's one of my top 10 all-time favorite films. And I'm going to give Mission Impossible Fallout a 100. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this series review. Mission Impossible movies are really great. Some of the greatest action movies of all time. They're right up there with like Indiana Jones and Star Wars. So great. Subscribe to Potty Planner Entertainment for more. Hit the like button. Leave movie suggestions down in the comments down below. Follow me on Instagram at Potty Planner Entertainment for channel updates, and much love.